Connie's a good girl. Connie wants some loving. Oh, look at you. Hey, look at my hands. We've got Connie's scratched hands. Let me on camera. We missed having videos of Connie, haven't we? It's all been about Chief. Hey, you can say how lovely you are today. You're loving coming out with Chief, aren't you? And you're even being nice to Mummy. Hey, look at this. Look, this is... this is not her, like, being nasty intentionally. This is me trying to change her harnesses over when she was not happy, you know. But it was dangerous not to have done it because I had her, you know, loose with half harness on and half harness off. So I had to push to get it on. And as you can see, I have war rooms for it. But, you know, she was only defending herself. She was not happy. And I pushed to carry on changing them for her safety. So, you know, she doesn't understand that. And as you can see, she's quite happy in between. And she's so taken to Chief. She said, it happens. As soon as she's had enough, I get told. You're a good girl. You had enough now. You had enough lovings. But she hasn't let me go yet, so I've got to be a bit careful. Gotta go. You want to play, but you're not going to have any more. Is that enough then? Enough playtime? Enough cuddles? Are you a lovely girl? See, she does play rough but affectionate as well. So obviously I accept that. You know, you can't like stop them, and skin is obviously not up to the trauma of wild cats like that. As you can see, she'll suddenly just tell you she's had enough and yet still be quite happy, and that's how she is. That's the, you know, that's her feistiness in it. And I also encourage that, because obviously we're encouraging her to live as wild as we can, but also, you know, respectfully as a pet as well. And she needs to be able to defend herself and let others know when she's had enough. And even though I am obviously the alpha, she will let me know when she's had enough, and that is completely accepted. If I didn't want to get hurt, I wouldn't push it. If I didn't want to, you know, work with these sort of cats, then you know, it comes to the territory. And I obviously put them in a van, put them into all these different things and different scenarios. And when they love it, they love it. But you know, they also have to tolerate a lot of things. Anyway, it's going really, really well with Chief's bonding and his training. I've had him a week now, and we went out in the van. I actually I did try to put Chief in that bottom section down there, but he just cried and cried and cried. So I thought, rather than distress him, I was really spirit whisper in my ear, just chuck him in with Connie. So I literally chucked him in with Connie in the cattery, and I thought, well, them trying to get on with each other and sort of realising how close they are might take away from the actual fact that they're travelling around. And Connie, bless her little heart, she was very, very good. She gave him a few little nips to make him realise, you know, when he was, you know, she was in charge, and not to sort of push his luck. He sat and looked at the window, she lay down and led by example, and was absolute perfect travelling cat. She sat down, lay down very, very quietly as we moved around. She had a little bit of a moan, but was obviously much more comfortable being with her than on his own, and being a bit scared. So when we drove to Mexborough, I then left Connie in the cattery as I took Chief to town. He walked and went in the bag and went on my shoulder. You know, honestly, he was absolutely blinking amazing. Chief is the perfect name for him, because obviously he is going to be the big, big, brave chief in charge later. He already is, a little chief in a big chief's body, like I said in title of the other video. So yeah, so impressed. And I didn't get to Morrison's. I didn't sort of take Connie for a walk. I wanted to just get them over with that trip, get them back, and then let Connie go out and have a reward. And she literally went and gave Chief a lovely little nose sniff and a little sort of time outside together. So that worked really, really well. She's been out for a walk, and she's just come back again now. Chief again has been on the harness outside, having a look in the garden, and he's just gone to bed in the front. And so it looks like we're going to have two Savannahs in the van going forward. Rainbow and Bentley have been coming in for food, but they're out, you know, doing their own thing, and I'm not going to push them to come with me. Obviously, the important thing at the moment is to train these two, and I can't leave these two behind when I'm going off on my trips, whereas I can actually leave Rainbow and Bentley behind, and I'll have house sitters, you know, to actually feed them every now and again if needed. But if they want to come, they want to come. So I'm just going to focus on the two important ones at the moment, being Connie and Chief, learning to accept each other and travel together. I will obviously sort of take Rainbow and Bentley if I have to, but right now they are, like I say, they're just enjoying being back home, and I respect that. And We've now got to work on getting these two out together and walking, and then try to walk on the one lead. And then at least I can then sort of go and do my fairs and fetes and have them with me and have them tied on harness, which is obviously a lot safer and a lot better rather than having the free running ferals as well when I go places. So moving forward, as I had planned originally to have just the one cat with me, I've got 2 Savannahs now, the pair, and I will work on getting the shed sorted for Rainbow and Bentley so they can go in there and have their little space to go in, so they've got shelter and somewhere nice to go when the van's not here, and see what happens. That was the intention after I lost Sticky, but they obviously decided to come with me, and they do love that wilderness. But obviously I have to push on to getting these two working on and bonding, and I'm really chuffed that Connie has come along and seems to be accepting that, and that allows her to have that friend and playmate and, you know, potential stud later on. But for me, you know, Chief has become that little cuddle boy that I did not expect, and obviously I want to now keep him in the van and keep him understanding that's his home. He's been coming in at the door and knowing where his door is and everything, and learning that, and I'm just so impressed with him. Anyway, I'll stop nattering. I thought it's about time Connie came back on camera so you could see her and see she's absolutely fine, been doing really well. She's still the big top cat, aren't you, Connie? Hey? And there's my Sticky boy. So she sits and lies up where in Sticky's space up here. I'm getting emotional. Anyway, I'll catch you later. We're all going to have a snooze now. But here we go. Connie's wonderful. She's still here, and I love her to pieces. And she's obviously part of the training now going forward and ongoing. Bye for now.